Yeah, what up YouTube? Daniel Puckett coming at ya for... What's the name of this channel?
Oh, fucking no.
The 16 number channel designed for cannabis patients and adults. Alright, man. In this one, we be talking about hentai. If at any point in time you enjoy this video, make sure you give this video the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to channel name already, subscribe for more.
God, I look so fat. Let's get some things out of the way. Warhawk242/Magnum right here. Sir. And it's been a while. I fucking hate myself still. And today we're going to be talking about one specific hentai that we watched together as friends, platonically. Did not masturbate the entire time because we were enticed by the plot. And that would be
Night Shift Nurses.
Now, we did not watch every episode because sometimes I couldn't stomach the shit that was happening. And when I say shit, I literally mean shit. People were shitting every episode. A fuckload of it. Just, he would put the tube in the ass and then... Now talk about what you liked about this and I'll talk about what I liked and we'll talk about the dislikes and whatnot.
In the first half of the series, there was 10 episodes. There was like in the first half of the series, it was just nothing but like fucking just nasty fuck scenes and just all this like gross shit. Like probably one of the most memorable scenes of the entire series. He shoved a funnel in her ass and then shoved marbles in her ass and then stuck a tube in there along with like a full bag of marbles in there, pumps water into that, and you know what he fucking does next? He starts fucking her, and then probably one of the greatest lines of the entire series, "Stop, I can feel the marbles."
I think the greatest line in the entire series is, "I've shit all that a girl can shit."
Well, actually, no, how can you love someone if you haven't ate her poop? That was another great line. That was a really great line.
This fucking show is ridiculous. So, to give you the basic plot, Daniel, do you want to pull that up while I talk about what my favorite part of it was?
I already know what the plot is.
Oh, yeah. Don't pull it up so you can read this. But anyway, let me just tell you guys what my favorite part of it was. The fact that the second half, some of the parts of the second half and some parts of the first half, it was consensual sex. And you may be like, well, isn't that a bit weird because isn't it supposed to be all consensual sex? No, there was a lot of fucking rape in this show. Like, oh my gosh, like so much. Like, could have bit off his dick at like any point. That's for the stuff that I don't like, so I'll hold off. Now, Denial, will you please explain to these lovely people what the plot of this show was?
You could easily Google it, but if you're too lazy to do it, I'll just give you the most basic rundown of it. It's basically this gynecologist starts working at a hospital, but his manager was someone that he brutally sexually assaulted in the past, and so he has to be like, oh no, I'm working with someone who I raped in the past and stuff like that. And then, like, throughout the series, he, like... Well, like, there's a bunch of, like, weird stuff involved with the hospital. Like, this program that they're doing, like, sexual healing something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really...
I couldn't really understand it because I was just like, what the fuck? And then, like, in the second half of the series, like, he keeps fucking all the nurses, and he keeps, like, blackmailing...
Essentially brainwashing them to the point where they're, like, super into it. And... Then that's when the consensual sex starts. So it's like it's okay.
He starts with like blackmailing them.
Let's not forget the very intense flashbacks of whenever I actually believed that girl was going to die with the balloon and eggs in her vagina.
Oh my god, that was terrible. But it was like the gory sex scenes. I mean, it was disgusting.
It was so graphic, but at the same time, so well animated.
It really blew my mind that there was a handful, probably a decent amount of animators, like a full animation team, getting up every single morning, going to work, and just drawing in such detail anime titties and like detailed dick and all this stuff in like
Here's
spot on detail.
If you go to my favorite website ever, hentaihaven.org, you're gonna find like episodes 1 through 9, and they are uncensored. Then episode 10, which I actually think is the best episode in the entire series. Episode 5 and episode 10 are like my favorite episodes by far. Even though episode 5 is just straight, like 90% of the episode is fucking. Except for the 10% that is this dude getting fucking murked, which is so satisfying to watch.
After watching the first 5 episodes, in the 5th episode, when it shows the doctor finally getting murdered by one of the nurses that he brainwashed to fall in love with him, he was using them as tools for like his messed up experiments. And
with eggs and vacuums.
Yeah, he was like he was just like shoving eggs in there, and then like he would like fuck them and like mash up the eggs and shit, and like he would like inject so much like fluids and all these gross things in their fucking like their fuck holes, and
he says he didn't want it. He didn't missay vaginas, just saying he means fuckholes, mouth, vagina, ass, whatever hole you can think of. He shoved something in it.
And then there was just like in the final or at the
final few episodes where after he has died in episode 5, it is the my favorite character. I forget her name because I really didn't want to like remember a lot of this show. She's the girl who with the longest hair, and has like actually a great character arc if you look at it.
Yeah, she has a really great character development throughout the series, and
where she like okay, so I don't want to spoil it because I really think you guys should watch this. Don't watch it. She's telling the police why she killed the dude,
and throughout the last 5 episodes in the second half of the series, it shows flashbacks developing her story, and it really develops because pretty much in the second half of the series, it's more about developing the story and not just about sex. And so for the first 5 episodes, we were just watching it in an ironic way. We were watching it for the memes because being like, yeah, watching hentai.
Because aesthetic. Of our side project, we were like, it was just jokingly because, God, we're living memes. We have a problem.
I got a nice bucket of bleach over there, and I got a crazy straw.
He's not lying. We're going to drink it after this. There might not be a second episode of whatever the fuck this is. There might not be any vlogs. There might not be any anime reviews. There just nothing after this because we're going to drink some fucking bleach. Because after, to quote Cupcake, I've done so much nasty shit that my pussy needs bleach. That's a rough translation of that beautiful mind of hers.
Spider-Man Dick by Cupcake.
My
Cupcake is one of the best freaking rappers.
We're getting sidetracked. We're supposed to be talking about night shift nurses and the plague that it was, the stress that it put on our minds because we binge watched 6 episodes of this tonight.
That's pretty much the entire gist of the series. I mean, you could like skip an episode or 2 and still understand what's going on.
Yeah, the hero, bad guy, whichever you would like to call him, the character we follow around the most, the gynecologist doctor, he gets what's coming to him as he's coming.
And it is very satisfying to watch. Because it
is also so hard to fucking watch because of how graphic everything is. It is just...
In the second half of the series, we were watching it pretty much for the story. We were just like... We weren't even watching the sex scenes because the sex scenes were just getting more and more graphic as the series progressed. Just like... Every single episode involved like one of the nurses shooting shit out of their assholes. And like he was like measuring how far they could go distance-wise. And
2 kilometers.
No, it was 2.5 meters. And so it was just like, in the second half of the series, we were like, after each episode ended and the credits went on, we were like, holy crap, what's going to happen next? And we were pretty much just skipping the sex scenes at that point because it was just getting nasty. And we were like...
To be fair, skipping the sex scenes was also like skipping like
half of each episode,
like 2/3 of each episode.
But it's just weird. Like in the second half of it, I don't understand why. Like the idea that someone is beating their dick to it as we're watching it.
Like we just kept going. How do you masturbate to this throughout the entire time?
I mean, the series itself was regarded as one of the most graphic hentais ever released.
Like we actually put research into this hentai because why the fuck would you masturbate to this? Is the question. Like, I get it if you're some kind of, like, sick fuck. God, it really looks like I have no chin with this beard that I have going on. I have a chin, I promise. But I digress with my no chin at the moment. We did research. This was a visual novel. It has 10 episodes released originally, and then had 2 OVAs, I think.
Wasn't it like a computer game?
It was a computer. That's the visual novel part.
Oh. Okay.
2 OVAs, and then a re-release with 6 episodes, I think. And I can't find the re-release. Thank God. But, yeah. That is... Oh, gosh.
Okay, on a 1 to 10 scale, what would you rate the show?
I'm going to judge it by a few different criteria.
Yeah.
One being the animation quality, which I said many times while watching it, that I just think it's animated so well. For being the time that it was animated. What'd you say it was like mid-2000s? Early 2000s. And it is animated very well. The story didn't really like pick up until like episode 5. Like there was story there, but it was actually just like a loose cover-up for, some graphic fucking. So for the animation quality, I give it like a 9 out of 10 for that. The story, I give it like a 5 out of 10 because, it only picked up halfway through.
Yeah.
And then for... hence masturbation quality, if you want to beat your dick to it, you're a sick fucking person. Then I'd give that like a 2 out of 10. And that's how I'm going to rate these hentai reviews.
I don't really have much previous experience with hentai because I have somewhat of a decent mindset.
I don't.
And so, I mean, I watch hentai ironically because it's funny. Being like,
Oni-chan?
Oh, yeah. Oh! And so, like, I don't have that much knowledge or expertise in this
Sorry, guys, I'm taking selfies.
Animation. So he knows more what he's talking about. So I don't really feel like it's my right to rate this show.
Plus, you see this like chin hair right here, and this like kind of like chub I got going on. Like I'm not fat. Like, hold this, Daniel. Like, I gotta show them that I'm not fat. I'm actually pretty fucking fit.
Yeah, for the 3 subscribers that you have.
Yeah, you guys are getting a fucking show. I'm pretty fucking fit. But...
Thick.
I'm thick. I'm thick, but not fat.
Thick AF.
Yes. Oh, sorry, Daniel, you're out of the camera shot. I don't want that. But, no, I watch a lot of anime. I watch a lot of, animation. I love anime. It's something great. It's actually one of the reasons it's inspired me to be a writer. And I've watched a lot of hentai because I sometimes get off to tentacle porn.
Teen Titans hentai is very good. Ooh,
it's fucking spicy, my dude! But those are the 3 criteria that I'll be judging off of hentai. Now, I think that's all we got for this one.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm Tristan, aka Magnum Otter, also known as Warhawk242, also known as Big Daddy Poppy, also known as Senpai, also known as...
Porter Robinson is Senpai. Who are you talking about?
Dude, Porter Robinson is Senpai. That's that's for the next video we do. Okay. Bye, guys. I love you.